Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am coming on here today to talk about two young ladies that have been coming across my timeline and just to express my concern about the Black community and these young ladies who are literally taking each other out over men. I never thought I would say that. For two successful, well rounded, one was a mother, the other one was just living her life, young women to be taken off this earth prematurely over a man. And one of them was a no good man. Is crazy to me. So let's get started. The first person we're going to talk about is Romeca Blackman. I'm sure you guys have heard about her. She's in the media right now. Basically, I think it was about a month ago or so, she got gunned down in the middle of the street after dropping her son off at daycare by the other baby mom of her child's father. So basically, these two children are siblings, and one mother just killed the other mother. So, what I've gathered from this story is Romeca and Carlos, who's the father, they dated for probably about a decade. It looks like they're together for about a decade, maybe a little less. And they had a baby together. And I guess their relationship just wasn't working. They were kind of on and off, on and off. You know how these men go back and forth. And um, at some point, it was becoming violent. So she got a restraining order against him, which is why I'm kind of confused on whether or not she rolled up on them or they rolled up on her. I almost want to say they rolled up on her because they kept saying in a couple of videos how they blocked her in. But if she had a restraining order against him, I'm not sure why she would roll up on them after dropping her son off at school. But nonetheless, um, after she dropped her son off at school, um, they all came into contact. I One of the witnesses said that the two young women were getting into an altercation, but Carlos wound up putting Romeca in a headlock. Um, While in this headlock, Carlos is saying to Romeca, she's going to shoot you. She's going to shoot you. Holly's scary tale commenced to go in and go get her gun out the car. Before that, I think she even says, I'm going to shoot you. You just watch. I'm going to shoot you. Goes to her vehicle, pulls the gun out the passenger side of her car, and shot this woman 3 times in the street. The video I watched was just disturbing to watch her stand there talking to people, incriminating herself. Well, I'm licensed to carry, and it was self defense. Ma'am, you were able to go to your car and grab a weapon. This woman did not have a weapon on her. You and your baby daddy, who's also her baby daddy, were both in on this, and you want to claim self defense. So she's on the phone this whole time in this video and talking to people around her about how it was self defense. But the witnesses is like, no, you shot her. He had her in the headlock. Like people saw it and was saying what was taking place during this woman's last moments. All you see is Romeca on the ground. Carlos is going back and forth, looking at her, coming back. Not one tear. You were with this woman for a decade, and you had not one tear to shed for your son now having to grieve the loss of his mother. The mother, whom the son is very well groomed, so you could tell he's very well taken care of. She even had a picture of a note she had put in her son's lunchbox. He's in first grade. That said, "Be great," and just some nice words that she decided to give to. So that takes time. That takes intention. So she was all of that to your son, and for some bickering, some stupidity, probably because you playing both sides. Y'all take this woman up out of here. and then try to holler self defense. But see, what got you was after you decided to shoot her, instead of just taking your, let me just wait till the cops get here and figure this out, you fist bumped Carlos in the middle of the street. You see how the devil lets you set yourself up? In front of all these witnesses, y'all gonna fist bump? So kind of like, yeah, we set this up and we did it. Y'all are both trash for that. So fast forward. Now, Carlos, sorry, my ears been itching. Carlos is now in, he's not in jail. He has not been, oh, sorry. He has not been charged with anything. He's still out here talking like a dummy. He might want to shut up. Um, there has been video come across where he talks about a woman leaving him and him shooting them. He might want to try to take that down. But right now, I think the police is letting him dig his hole, just like they did Holly, because at first they had released Holly, Khadijah Johnson. They had released her, but now they brought her back in and she's being charged with first degree murder. She tried to post bail right before Christmas. They said, no, no, you're going to sit right here with your pregnant self. Because, yes, now she's pregnant, about 3 to 4 months pregnant with her second child. They have a 1 year old together. So, unfortunately, Romeca lost her life. Very sad. The baby, I feel for the baby. This was very senseless. Two young black women thought that they couldn't fight over nothing else but a felony having, abusive, non loyal man. That's what we choose to fight over. I don't understand. And now one of them, your child don't have a mother that's gonna come back from the grave. And the other one, your child is going to be born in jail if that is your child. And the other child now does not have a mother either. And you out here and you're gonna go to the next. And God, let's pray that you at least raise your other son. Or maybe you shouldn't, because obviously your character is trash. So, two women, life ruined. One of them she was a CNA, going to school to be a nurse, taken up out of here, away from her child. Sad, sad situation. So, my next story, Kayla Hodges. This happened in 2022. She's 23-year-old waitress. She was out of Florida, and she was dating this man. They didn't really say his name. His name really isn't important. He didn't do anything wrong in this situation, I don't believe. But she was dating this man and this woman, his ex. Her name is Shaniqua, Shakina Thompson. Shakina, I think is her name. She is a crazy nut, and she started stalking this lady, calling her all on her Instagram, tracking his location, which is how she got this woman's address. Y'all, I get it. People need to know where you are. But if you know you got a nutcase, turn your location off because this was crazy. This woman, Shakina, flew from Queens, New York, all the way to Florida, went to Kayla's door at 5 a.m. in the morning, knocked on it with a mask on. I don't even know why Kayla opened the door. We gotta be a little bit smarter than that, y'all. You can't be opening doors for strangers in the wee hours of the morning. She left her butt right there on that porch. Um, then she came in there and she murdered this girl. This young lady, 23 years old, just living her life. Beautiful girl, dead. Murdered her in her apartment. Then this fool commenced to putting this woman's clothes on, trying to clean the murder scene up with freaking Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes. Put the girl's clothes on and get up out of her bloody clothes. Hops back on a plane and goes back to New York. Now you mean to tell me you had no remorse? You mad because she done blocked you and she's not entertaining you. So really and truly she did the right thing by not entertaining the foolishness and still lost her life. We got to do better. Like, girl, you couldn't have been that mad. That man was not that good to you. He didn't want to be with you no more. It was time to move on. But instead, why didn't you take him out instead? What you mad at her for? Not to say that's even better, but you took it. She had nothing. She was just dating, and then obviously she wasn't harassing you. She blocked you. She was trying not to deal with you. So it wasn't like she was messing with you. You were, and I guess in court, it came out that you stalked a couple of more people that he was dealing with. So you was just a nutcase. So I say this, ladies, to the women that passed away. So if there's women out there that are dealing in this type of triangle, it's not worth it. People are not wrapped too tight these days. People don't take accountability. People don't value life. If you have to fight over that man, he not yours. He not yours. If he can't go to that woman and say, "Hey, this is my girl. Quit calling her. Quit," and y'all can't tell him to fix it before he come to you, because these women's out here taking out each other. They're not even taking out the men. And unfortunately, the men are going to move on. They're not thinking twice. Carlos ain't shed still one tear over this girl that he was with for 10 years. You had no type of connection with her, and y'all had a kid together that you out here hollering you want to see now? No, you don't want to see him. Not until you show you have some remorse that his mom is gone. How about that? Because you were responsible. You should have de escalated that situation. But instead, you acted like a little and you helped it get out of control. You added fuel to that fire. Because you could have very easily have picked Holly up and put her in her vehicle and said, "No, we're not doing this. Let's go." But instead, you put Romeca in a headlock. And from what another person said, you was slamming her back in her door, into her door. So yeah, they're coming to get you. 'Cause they can't get you for nothing else. They're gonna get you for abuse, for assault. Because from what I was told, her um, autopsy showed she had damage around her neck, and you had her in a headlock. So they're coming for you. So you might want to shut your mouth on this internet. Sorry, but back to you, ladies. We gotta love each other more than this. We need to have each other's back. If we start having each other's back, do y'all realize how these men will have to figure out how to run this game they be running? Because right now, unfortunately, our young women are out here being successful, being motivated, getting the bag, and these men are riding y'all's coattails. And y'all are allowing them to. And then y'all allow them to ride your coattail, and you still get treated like ish. For what? Go do that on your own. Be a boss at that point. And you men wonder why y'all don't know how to be submissive. Well, no, not when I'm running this. Be a man, take care of the household, be loyal, show that you want a family, and then maybe I'll submit. But until then, I gotta make sure I'm taken care of. So if that makes it look like I'm not being submissive to you, then I'm sorry. Not sorry. I love you, you young women. I want to start a group to where we can all sit and encourage each other, motivate each other, shoot, do business with each other. But all this out here shooting each other and killing and stabbing and over men, there's no way. There's no way this is where we're at right now in the world. There's no way. Anyways, rest in peace to Romeca and rest in peace to Kayla. And I pray I don't see too much more of this come across my timeline. We've got to do better. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.